Today's episode of Thoughts from the Soul is about gratitude. Honest, true, pure gratitude. And not just the platitude of gratitude. Earth, Wind & Fire is one of my favorite bands. Their music, it just hits me on a soulful, spiritual kind of level. To say nothing of their incredible musicianship, their brilliant songwriting, and of course the incomparable voice of Philip Bailey. Now, they released perhaps their best album in 1975. It was called Gratitude. Now, Gratitude is mostly a live album, but there are a few really good studio tracks on there. And one of those tracks that really sticks out to me is the title track. Now, since EWF loves their copyrights, for good reason obviously, and I don't want this video to get flagged, I'm not going to play the song. I'd love to, but I'm not going to play the song. But there is one line that I'd like to quote. And I'm not going to sing, so don't worry. Got plenty love we want to give to you. With good music, we're trying to say that the good Lord's going to make a way. What that line means to me is that if you have just honest gratitude that comes from your gut, that comes from your soul, comes from your heart, that good things will open up to you. And I think I can safely say that 2009 was a pretty lousy year for me. In February, I lost my mom at the all too young age of 59. And then 5 months later, I almost lost my life. It was a Sunday night in July of 2009. I had gone to see a movie that night, and on my way home, I just started feeling beyond awful. I mean, this was the sickest I think I've ever felt in my life up until that point. I felt like I had swallowed a golf ball or an egg, and it was stuck right here under my right ribs. Like it was lodged in my colon somehow. Now, the closer I got to my house, the sicker I got. I'll just leave this to your imagination. It got so bad that I went to the emergency room that night. It was probably about 11 o'clock at night. Had to get my dad to drive me because I was in no position to drive, and I think he was sleeping. He was not happy about this, by the way. But after staying there till about 6 a.m., I think, we couldn't find out anything for sure. We thought it might have been my gallbladder, but they couldn't tell for sure. The doctors tried to go in laparoscopically to do this procedure. Now, if you're not familiar, what a laparoscopic procedure is they make a series of small incisions and kind of go in under. Yeah, that wasn't going to work. They had to gut me like a fish. They had to gut me like a fish because somehow, and I think I'll go to my grave trying to figure out how, but somehow my gallbladder had become necrotic. It had developed gangrene, and the thing ruptured. My white blood cell counts were just incredible. Just very high. Needless to say, I was an incredibly sick man. Now, I remember the next day, the surgeon, Dr. Carpenter. I'll never forget this guy as long as I live. I owe him. I really do. But he came into my room. I was alone. This was the day after the surgery. And pretty much he told me I was lucky to be alive. What happened with me? The mortality rate is close to 60%. Do the math. When Dr. Carpenter left the room that afternoon, I was alone with my thoughts for a few minutes. And my mother's voice came to me and told me, "We don't need you yet." Man, I must have cried for a solid hour. I had never been so scared in my life. But turns out that was probably the best thing that could have happened to me. Now, let's flash forward a few months to Thanksgiving of 2009. We went around and we all mentioned something that we were grateful for. And I think for, honestly, the first time in my life, the first time I can honestly remember, just without any hesitation or reservation or doubt, that I could honestly say that I was grateful to be alive. Gratitude is something I've been working through here lately. Am I stressed out, overworked, and for the most part unpaid? Yeah, definitely. But I can say this without any hesitation, that these gifts that the last year has given me, I'm just dripping with unspeakable gratitude. And since I have been practicing more and more honest gratitude, I'm seeing more and more good things starting to come my way. This works. It honestly does. Am I scared to move to New York? Am I scared to leave behind everything I've ever known in Alabama? Yes, of course I am. But I am eternally grateful to the lessons that my previous 38 years have given me to set me up, hopefully, for the next 38 years of my life. As always, here in these Thoughts from the Soul videos, I want to give you a little bit of a challenge. This is simple. There's not going to be any math, but there is going to be a little soul searching. All I want you to do is just dig deep, okay? Dig deep in your soul and figure out what you are just truly grateful for. Leave them in the comments below or hit me up on my social media, and I will love to read what you guys have to say. Some examples from me quickly. I'm grateful for my friends and family for their support and their love and their encouragement over the past year. I'm grateful to my dog Pete, who has been a rock. He really has. And I am grateful to each and every one of you, even the people I've never met, for your support and for your love. I honestly do thank you. Thank you so much for watching here today. I really do appreciate it. For more videos like this, you can subscribe here to my YouTube channel. I post daily videos, daily vlogs, or you can hit me up on any of my social media pages, which you can find in the description box, or you can find scrolling across the bottom of the screen here. Did you get that? All I can really say is 2015 has been a great year. I've done a lot, I've learned a lot, and I'm grateful for every last bit of it. 2015 has been a great year, but 2016 is going to blow it out of the water. Whatever happens in your life, be grateful. Gratitude isn't just a platitude.